Sometimes, distance isn't rejection, it's protection. When God removes you from people, places, or plans, it isn't a punishment. It's preparation for something greater. So don't scroll past this message. There's a reason you're here. If your spirit feels this word, stay until the end, and comment your warmest wish along with 999 to let the universe know you're ready for your shift. Welcome. You've been wondering why some connections dissolved without closure. Why people you once held close now feel like distant echoes. Why the very spaces that once energized you now feel like a burden. These questions don't come from confusion, they come from awakening. Deep down, you know something has changed. You've grown in ways your environment hasn't. You've evolved into someone your past can no longer contain. And when that happens, detachment becomes divine. That uncomfortable distance you feel. It's sacred space, designed by God to shift your course, to sharpen your discernment, and to align you with the life that's truly meant for you. Chosen one, you were never meant to be ordinary. The discomfort you've been experiencing is the friction of your spirit outgrowing your surroundings. You've been trying to fit into rooms that cannot hold your frequency anymore. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. The ones you thought would always walk beside you started fading when your energy started rising. You began to outpace the conversations, outgrow the distractions, outshine the limitations. And so God began pruning your path, not to hurt you, but to make room for something far more powerful. Separation always precedes elevation. It's never about loss, it's about refinement. Sometimes God will remove you because He knows what you can't yet see. He saw the envy behind their smiles, the gossip behind their compliments, the energetic weight you were carrying for others while they drained you. So He created distance, so you could breathe again, think again, hear Him again. And in that silence, He began revealing what you're truly capable of. The people you lost weren't anchors, they were distractions. Their absence gave you space to remember who you are without their expectations. And that space, that solitude, it's where the shift begins. Where new direction flows. Where your inner compass starts pointing north again. Don't misinterpret this divine detour as a mistake. You're not being abandoned, you're being redirected. You're not falling behind, you're being protected. Everything that's shifting right now is doing so with a higher purpose. You are entering a season that requires clarity, precision, and strength. And to carry the next assignment, you can't bring dead weight. You can't carry everyone with you. Some people were only assigned to your past, not your purpose. And so God, in His mercy, removed them before they could block your blessing. There's a massive shift happening beneath the surface, and if you're tuned in, you can feel it. Something in your spirit has become more alert, more sensitive. You can no longer tolerate what drains you. You're pulled toward truth, toward light, toward depth. That's not coincidence, it's the Spirit waking you up. You're in the in-between now. The uncomfortable middle. But that's exactly where transformation is born. Not in comfort, but in surrender. Not in the crowd, but in the quiet. It's time to honor what's leaving, not chase it. Trust that whatever was pulled away from you, wasn't meant to carry your anointing. Some people admired your light but couldn't handle your fire. And so God stepped in and said, "No more." He knew what was said in your absence. He knew the intentions hidden behind kind gestures. He knew the environments where your potential was being poisoned. So He shut the doors. And even if it hurt, even if it confused you, deep down, didn't you feel the relief? It's time to honor what's leaving, not chase it. To let go without guilt. To surrender without begging. You don't have to convince anything or anyone to stay that was never meant to walk your entire journey with you. What leaves your life now is making room for the sacred, the aligned, the destined. You're not losing, you're being emptied for overflow. There's a divine reordering taking place, a cleansing of everything that diluted your power. And it's not just people, it's mindsets, habits, and energies that no longer match your vibration. So let it fall away. Let it fade. What's falling off is what can't survive your becoming. Some things are removed from your life not because they're bad, but because they're too small. The version of you that tolerated them is no longer here. That you was surviving. This you is thriving. God didn't just take you away from them, He's taking you deeper into yourself. Into your mission. Into clarity. You're now being reintroduced to your real self, the self that existed before the world tried to shape you, shrink you, or mold you into something safer. That's why the shift is so intense. It's not just a life change, it's a soul awakening. You're not just growing, you're remembering. You're learning that peace is expensive, and not everyone is willing to pay the price to preserve it. But you are. Because you've cried enough over what wasn't right. You've begged enough for rooms that never saw your light. You've tolerated enough energy that felt like poison in your spirit. Now you're choosing peace over performance. Presence over proving. Alignment over attachment. And that kind of shift doesn't just change your circumstances, it transforms your destiny. Some people were comfortable with your silence because your silence made them louder. They liked the quiet version of you, the one who questioned herself, the one who didn't know her worth. But now that you're rising, you can feel the friction. That's okay. Not everyone will understand your becoming. You weren't born to be understood by the masses, you were born to be chosen. And that means being misunderstood, overlooked, and even rejected before you're recognized. But it also means that when the spotlight finds you, it will be God's light, not theirs. And it will shine brighter than anything you could have orchestrated on your own. You're walking into a space where your presence alone will open doors. Where your energy alone will shift rooms. Where your silence will speak louder than noise, and your boundaries will protect your breakthroughs. You're not meant to explain this shift to people committed to who you used to be. You're here to embody it. To become it. To radiate it so fully that the right souls find you, not because you chased them, but because you aligned with yourself. The elevation you're stepping into comes with solitude, not applause. And that's why God had to remove you before He could release you. He needed to break your dependence on the external so He could remind you of the internal. He needed you to stop seeking validation from others so you could rediscover the voice within. This is why isolation came first. It was training. It was holy preparation. You weren't being punished, you were being purified. The silence wasn't a void, it was an incubator. So now, the doors you're about to walk through aren't the result of networking, they're the result of spiritual alignment. What's coming to you is not by force, it's by flow. You'll know it's right because it won't cost your peace. You'll feel it deep in your bones. And when it comes, it will fit like destiny always does, without friction, without pretending, without dimming who you are. They won't recognize you when you rise, because God didn't give them the vision for your future. He gave it to you. They weren't supposed to go with you because they would have talked you out of what's now about to break through. That's why He hid you. That's why He moved you. And that's why the silence was so loud, because He wanted you to hear Him, not them. This is your confirmation that the shift isn't just coming, it's already in motion. You don't need to fight for it. You just need to stay in position. Keep showing up. Keep protecting your energy. Keep saying no to what doesn't align. Keep trusting what you feel over what you see. You are not late. You are right on divine time. And when it all clicks, when your path unfolds in front of you like a divine blueprint, you'll look back and thank God for every no, every loss, every delay, every closed door. Because now you understand, none of it was a detour. It was all direction. Sacred, intentional, divine direction.
Drop a follow and like the video if this resonates with you, and don't hesitate to cheer up and support fellow brothers and sisters difficult times in the comments. Chosen one, keep your head up and stay true to yourself, always with love.